Hello, and welcome to the Of Myths and Men podcast, the only podcast to get a hip new contract with the hottest high school radio station in Denver. That's right, KCDC. And we're back for another year, boys and girls. And I'm your host. I'm not a co-host. I'm your host, Adam Holcomb, and I'm joined today by co-host Dylan Blumenberg.
Glad to have you, Adam. Up next, we're going to have Raining Blood from Slayer after the pod.
Stick around. Listen to that. And we are also happy to have, for the first time this year, our special guest, Valya Chohodar.
I'm also the co-host. And up next, we're going to have Raining Death by Slayer.
Close.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, it was close.
We'll play both songs.
Either way, people know.
Our podcast brings together three unknowledgeable individuals who spend a day pretending to be experts on mythology. Each week, we will discuss a different god or creature, rotating out the lead mythologist. We will discuss its habits, its attitudes, we will tell a tale, and we will end on a debate on who would win in a mythological fight club. Today's lead mythologist will be Dylan, so kick off the new year with your creech.
Well, Adam, because it's the year of the pig coming up, I picked the Egyptian goddess Bastet.
That sounds like the best time.
Wait, did we say it was the year of the pig?
Did you guys hear my pun?
What did I say it's the year of?
The pig.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Did you guys hear my pun, though?
What was your pun?
I said it's going to be the best time. Did you guys hear it when I said it?
Oh, okay. It's spelled Bast, though.
Yeah, but
Bastet.
Did you hear what I said?
You should have said it's going to be the best time.
No,
Bast
that's not how you do the pun, though.
That would have been
It's fine.
better,
Just
though.
continue on, because you guys don't get puns, probably. You guys don't hear a lot of them.
Anyway. Bastet is a lion or cat goddess from Egyptian mythology from around the year 2890 BCE. She also has a bunch of different names. She goes by Bist, which is spelled like it sounds, Bast, Basti, or Basset. So they're real creative with Jesus Christ.
You say baguette?
Yeah. Baguette was on there.
Nice.
Vermilion was on there. All sorts of ones.
Vermilion?
Vermilion. Come on, Adam.
Vermilion?
Get your ears going.
What about bagel?
Also known as bagel, Adam.
Bagel?
Bagel.
Nice.
Also known as Ilurus in Greek. Pretty sure I pronounced that correctly. Don't correct me.
Oh, that was perfect.
And all those names, every single one, translates to she of the ointment jar.
Does she have an ointment jar?
No, she never had anything to do with ointment jars. That's just what people knew her as.
Like
ointment
Vaseline?
Queen. Specifically not Vaseline. You said that weird. Vaseline?
How do you say it?
How do you say it first, Adam?
Vaseline.
That's how you say it.
How did I say it?
Vaseline?
Is that not how it's said?
Vaseline?
Whatever. It's fine.
Fair enough.
You knew what I meant.
But I mean, I get that maybe she has nothing to do with ointment jars because, like you both know, I'm sure that Dylan means son of the sea, and I know for a fact that Dylan has nothing to do with the sea.
Did you know that's actually what that means?
Yeah.
I thought
okay.
Dylan
I thought you
was
just
shorthand
pulled that
for
on
dildo. Is it not?
Very clever.
The least clever.
Yeah, just like everyone in high school. So creative. So she was known as, her name translates to she of the ointment jar, because she could heal stuff, and she was known as a preventer of disease and that type of thing. But she was also very similar to another god called Sekhmet, and eventually they just became known as two different aspects of the same goddess. And Sekhmet was the dangerous side, and Bastet was the normal side.
So what you're saying is it's kind of like that movie Youth in Revolt with Michael Cera, where he starts imagining a bad side of him to make himself look like a badder person to attract someone else, and it's just him with a mustache.
Wow,
Yeah.
you do not get Youth and Revolt references anywhere these days.
I don't think I watched that movie.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's Michael Cera at his best, probably.
So it's yin and yang, essentially, is what you're saying. Or yin and yang.
You know, I thought he was pretty good in American Psycho, but
I think that was Bane.
what was it?
Oh, no.
That was Bane in there.
Yeah, he played the Psycho.
Man, good job, Bane.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
You kind of alluded to this early on, but I don't think you touched on it any further. How does any of this have to do with Year of the Pig?
Oh, we'll get into that.
Okay.
So anyway, what did I say? Oh yeah. So Bastet and Sekhmet are like the same person, basically.
Yin and yang.
Yeah, basically. Everything else that I say about this is about Bastet, mostly. She was the representation of war. She was known for being a good mother, and Egyptian mothers would often wear like a pendant that had kittens on it, and the amount of kittens that was on the pendant was the amount of kids that they had. It's kind of cute. You can get that at your local
adorable.
jewelry store now.
Or at the clearance section of your local Walgreens.
Yeah.
Or at shop.mythsandmen.com.
I didn't know that store was ready to go, Adam.
It's not.
What are people shopping for on that site?
No one will get anything if they go there. It'll just break.
But if you go to normangander.com, you can get all kinds of stuff.
Bastet is also known as the goddess of home, rain, music, women, wind, stars, the Nile, the dead, children, Saturday morning cartoons, farming, fishing, jewelry, domesticity, makeup, cleanliness, women, women's secrets, cats, hair, Egypt, wine, hunting, fertility, milk, the night, snowblowers, sleeping, childbirth, women, electricity, good weather, and women.
Did you say Toblerone in there somewhere?
Yeah, I probably did.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear.
I feel like you wanted to one-up my Quetzalcoatl.
That's what I was thinking when I did that. I wrote that part
I
first.
said knowledge,
And
knowledge twice, so you went for women 4 times.
then, yeah.
And women's things.
Women's
Oh.
secrets, you
Secrets, sorry.
dweeb. Which, I wanted to ask you guys about that. What do you think that means?
Probably secrets that women keep, or secrets that women keep from men.
See, now I've heard that secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. Is that true?
I'd say that's probably true in this context.
That's probably what they meant.
Probably.
Let's just say yes.
She was known as a fierce fighter. She killed numerous other gods. I don't have their names here, but just take my word for it. And lastly, the last fact I have here is that they celebrated her every year during a festival in a place called Bastet, and it was similar to like Mardi Gras around here. And I have a story about that up next. Special thanks to our boy Herodotus for this story.
Oh, nice. I have a
This
question
from your
before we
boy
move on to the
Herodotus.
Sure.
tale. Have you seen this name in hieroglyphs?
I have actually. It's on Wiki. Are you looking
Yeah.
at it?
Yeah, the last one just looks like a guy with a heart on.
I don't remember that, but let me look this up here.
It's a flashlight, a rock, and a guy with a heart on.
Yeah, you're right. That totally is. I wish you could click those and like get that info on Wikipedia. There's like a whole hidden section on hieroglyphics.
And one other question: so at Mardi Gras, the Bubastis Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
Is there any like cool events that would happen? Is there like naked wrestling between the men?
It's interesting you ask that. That was more in the Greek part of the world at this time. They just grab each other's assholes and rip as hard as possible. But there were some things that we'll talk about a little bit of that in this story. But basically, like, they mentioned specifically that women were freed from all the things they had to do and like all the social norms that they should have obeyed and all that. So it got pretty crazy.
That sounds pretty crazy.
With their glow sticks?
I think there was a lot of glow sticks in there that
What
That's
about
how you know
LSD?
something's crazy.
black lights in the paint,
What about LSD?
They did. She's actually the god of LSD. Didn't I mention that?
I
Well,
might have missed it.
psychedelics.
You said a lot of things.
I'm sure it was in there. But
I'm
yeah,
sure
she
too.
like created it back in the day. Her and what the hell is his name?
Second,
Albert. What's his
Second.
name? Hoffman.
Albert
Fucking the LSD guy. Who cares?
Albertson.
Bicycle Day guy.
What?
The dude who invented LSD is celebrated by a thing called Bicycle Day. Yeah.
I can't say I knew that. Mythology was created through an early form of storytelling, so we like to spend a little bit of time delving into a tale that involves our subject. We will be a little bit more in-depth with the analyzation to better understand the story, and each week you'll have a tale to bring home to tell your trippin' balls uncle, your woman who is worshipping Bastet, or the many cats dangling from her neck, none of which are yours.
Should I go on the story?
Sure.
Let me interrupt you right now. No,
Go ahead.
Go on.
When the people are on their way to Bubastis, they go by river, a great number in every boat, men and women together. Some of the women make a noise with rattles, others play flutes all the way, while the rest of the women and the men sing and clap their hands. As they travel the river to Bubastis, whenever they come near any other towns, they bring their boat near the bank. Then some of the women do as I have said, while some shout mockery of the women of the town, others dance, and others stand up and lift their skirts. They do this whenever they come alongside any riverside town. But when they have reached Bubastis, I'm saying this different every time, just like every other fucking thing in here. They make a
Basilisk.
festival, yeah. They make a festival with great sacrifices, and more wine is drunk at this feast than in the whole year besides. It is customary for men and women, but not children, to assemble there to the number of 700,000, as the people of the place say. Man, some of these old stories really fuck with the way I read stuff clearly.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Are they so bold to say that they drink more wine than my Uncle Randy?
Yeah, dude. Well, how much wine does your Uncle Randy drink?
Too much.
I know Randy,
Like-
that guy drinks a fuck ton.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
met
think
him at
they
AA.
drink an inappropriate amount, but I wouldn't say too much. I mean, who's watching the kids? The cats? Most
Yeah.
likely.
I mean, Randy doesn't take any responsibility. That's why they call him Irresponsible Randy. Or IR for short.
I thought they called him something else. Don't you call him something weird, Volia?
Irresponsible Randal?
Yeah, you a real crazy guy.
It's more professional.
Anyway, that's all I had for story.
Very nice. I enjoyed it. One of the things people love to debate about is who would win in a fight?
Me,
Or,
Volia.
that's a tough one.
The Ghost of Girlfriends Past, starring
Probably
Matthew McConaughey.
Versus Up in the Air with George Clooney.
No, Failure to Launch, starring Matthew McConaughey.
Oh no.
I haven't seen Ghosts of Girlfriend Past, so I think
It's as terrible as Failure to Launch.
I
It
think
really
Failure
would
to
be our
Launch
first
wins.
draw. That would be our
What
first
about-
draw without doubt.
Dallas Buyers Club. Throw that one in there.
No, that's an Oscar
No.
winner. I don't think you'd toss that in there. Plus, it has that guy from Weezer,
Who? The singer?
Jared Leto.
He's not
Weezer?
from Weezer.
Yeah, he's from Weezer. This is a callback joke, but all
Dude,
right.
Speaking of American Psycho, he was in that movie.
So in our Fight Club section, we indulge ourselves and talk about who would win in a mythological fight to the death. We will pit this week's subject against one we discussed in an earlier podcast, with our lead mythologist defending the creature. And Dylan gets to challenge either Volya or myself.
Alright, let's do these stats first.
Challenge me,
Let's do the stats first.
because I don't want to be moderator again.
You're already pretty challenged.
Heyo.
Got him.
Did you say retarded?
Oh, I said challenged.
Got
Imbecile.
Got it.
The last one, let's see. Volley was the moderator.
Volley was moderator like 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess I'm challenged Volley. Wait, did you say challenge you?
Yes.
All right. Challenged. You have been challenged.
Declined.
You can't.
Accepted.
Quick recap: strength of 7, speed of 8, intelligence of 6, durability of 10, for a grand total of 31. Now tell us some vulnerabilities and specials, Dylan.
Guilt trip is a strength.
Now we're
wait a
stepping
minute.
on some toes.
I said she's a good mother, so she wouldn't guilt trip. Remove the guilt trip. She's the god of guilt tripping, though.
Add back the movie, The Guilt Trip.
I don't know. Let's be honest. She's got cat vulnerabilities. She's distracted by
fuzzy balls.
Yeah, fuzzy balls.
Which are all balls. Silver.
If you put a box on top of her, she's entertained for hours on end. She spends a lot of time cleaning herself.
According to the internet, if you have a PC, she'll definitely jump on it and sit there for hours.
Dude, my cat keeps trying to.
Alright, what she got for some specials?
She's a fierce fighter. She's got a knife on her. Can of pepper spray. She's got one of those spiked knuckle things that's in the shape of a cat head. You know what I'm talking about?
Called a camel toe.
No, that's... It's called a cat toe. What else? Claws. Teeth. She's got cute little eyes. That's all I got?
Oh, ran off the edge, so she gets nothing after claws.
What about cute little eyes?
Fine, but you have to get rid of spiked knuckles.
No, I'll keep spiked knuckles. She's got one of those knives that's a pair of spiked knuckles also.
We got stats all figured out, so we can move on to the creature. I'm going to do one that Volya knows so well, he forgot he did it as a creature. We're going to do Horus.
Porous?
Porous.
All right.
Got that?
Got it.
It's not
Yeah.
set. It's not set. It's Horus.
Yep. Solid joke.
I know. So to recap, Horus, he's also pretty skilled in fighting. He has a strength of 9, a speed of 7, an intelligence of 7, a durability of 10, for a grand total of 33, slightly higher. And he has a weakness to sun blindness, and his specials are crazy eyes, and he can turn into an armored falcon.
What does he look like?
He looks like the exact same as your cat lady, but with a falcon head instead.
Falcon
Because
head.
all Egyptian gods and goddesses just look the same.
I'll take it.
The setting I shall set for you. Bastet wakes with a fright. Something scared her nearby, a cucumber, shriveled. She jumps away.
It's a pickle now.
She realizes why it's shriveled. It's hot, sweaty, hot. The sun is at a peak, shining down at you as you find yourself in Death Valley. Knowing that only death awaits people in Death Valley. Except for this time, it only awaits one. As you see a bird in the sky, silhouette getting bigger and bigger, and lands your arch nemesis. Because cats hate birds. Horus stands in front of you and says nothing, but you know that it must be a fight to the death.
I say immediately, fight to the death, and then I look at you like, did you just say that? Was that? And then I go, oh, okay. Basically, I'm a stuttering
Wait,
mess.
who'd you look at?
Just I look at Dylan's character, the Bastet.
Oh.
And I just go, did you just? Because like the idea that someone said that, he's like, did you? But I said it also, you know.
Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 20. I know Dylan's gonna
13.
pick 20.
7.
Oh, Dylan wins.
Sick, bro.
All right, you get to start this off.
So unsick.
Bastet. Bagel.
Bagel?
It's your move.
Is that my cat's name?
Baguette.
So, can Bastet fly? No, you covered
I
this.
don't think cats can fly.
No, I mean, what's the other thing I'm fighting again? Porous?
Horus.
Porous. So, we're in Death Valley, right? and it's really bright.
Yes.
And you have sun blindness.
The sun is to the east. It's probably late morning.
I position myself so that I'm standing in the same direction as the sun. So whenever Porus looks at me, he has to look at the sun. That's -5 on all rolls.
With your quick cat-like abilities, you quickly maneuver yourself to have the sun to your back.
And then I slice at his little testicles with my claws.
You try to get him, but you only hit his thigh, which is kind of well guarded, or well padded, so you scratch his clothes a little. You miss the testicle completely, or both testicles.
I immediately go Armored Falcon so as to reflect the sun off of me, so it does no impact if I look at it. It just reflects off of me, right? And into his eyes.
I'm a woman.
Into her eyes. I used his as the general term.
Sure. It's a little sexist.
You're a little sexist.
-5 to all dice rolls for sexism.
It's 2018. Sexism is allowed. Don't worry about it.
You were actually doing a great job as the Armored Falcon. Your armor is reflecting back, even though in the Horus episode we referred to your armor being feathers. But it's shiny feathers, and it reflects right back, and it is actually successfully blinding Bastet.
I'm very talented.
To the point of making it very difficult for Bastet to see anything.
You can't see anything, is what I say.
I can't see anything, is what I say back.
You say that.
Then I reply, no, you can, not me. You can't see anything.
I say
Bastet just screeches loudly or hisses loudly.
I say you can't see anything.
I can't keep up with this. You guys just say what you want.
And then
I pull up a John Cena poster and say, "You see that? You can't."
And then I spray pepper spray in his eyes.
Were you gonna do more besides just transform into an armored falcon?
That was all I had. The reflection of the sun was my move.
It actually works really well. It's like stinging Bastet's eyes very badly.
But I'm the god of
Bastet,
Ray-Bans.
You feel very blinded.
God of Ray-Bans?
Come on, Adam.
Only if they're polarized.
Of course they're polarized.
Am I not?
What am I spending $400 on sunglasses that aren't polarized?
You're spending too much on your sunglasses, guy.
Dude. So anyway, pepper spray.
Just pepper spray?
And then the old 1-2 punch with the spiked knuckles.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were putting actual sunglasses on.
So I spray the knuckles with pepper spray and punch him in the eyes. That's what I do.
You try to spray the knuckles, your brass knuckles, with pepper spray, and you coat them. You think you coat them pretty well, but you actually miss them because you can't really see anything. You're pretty well blinded, and then you just throw your fisticuffs at them as much as you can.
Like a wild
idiot. You don't
idiot.
feel any contact. Yes, you look like a wild idiot.
You said I don't get any contact?
Nope.
Shoot.
Just like you with the ladies, am I right? High five.
Got him. How long does this
Horace,
spray
you
last
see
for?
a crazy... another turn or two.
Right.
I mean, it's... Actually, you don't even know if you got it on or not.
Oh, I know.
You can feel it.
Horace, you see a crazy woman just swinging her fists in your general direction. But not even close.
I immediately, full open beak, just attempt to just fly into the Bastet throat, so bite its throat in an attempt to dismember its throat, like rip its esophagus out.
You try to do that, and you get caught up in her blouse, and you're kind of stuck right up against her, and your beak is not reaching her throat very well.
Am I just like biting, but like not getting anything? It's like
yeah, it's just like grazing her and bouncing off, and not really getting a good firm bite. Your wings are just going crazy. It's kind of like, have you ever had an owl fly into your face and it just flaps there for a while?
I've had that
and
exact
you're trying to get it
situation
away?
happen to me.
Yeah, it's like that.
Got it.
I do that.
Bastet, you suddenly have a falcon in your face trying to do things, but not well.
I do the old reverse armadillo and just splay out on the ground with claws and teeth and just do an all-out terror attack.
A terrorist attack?
Terror attack.
Ist.
No, terror.
Ist.
Ism.
You drop down to the ground and just start swiping away with your claws. And you're scratching the falcon up pretty bad. You're ripping off armor and feathers, and there's blood everywhere. And your sight returns so you can actually see what you're doing a little better. As you knock off the more reflective pieces and disable his blinding mechanism.
I get some pepper spray in those cuts, huh?
Yeah, and they're stinging. They're stinging. Horace, your cuts are stinging. Your armor's dropping off of you like crazy. And this cat's just scratching you apart.
You like that, you fucking puss?
I do. I attempt to do like a spin move with my wings out and attempt to do multiple cuts on its neck. So I'm just spinning basically like a little ballerina and just cutting its neck over and over with my wings, the edge of my wings.
You sever the left hand of Bastet off as you scratch up her face a little bit too. The hand falls down and hits herself in the face and gets pepper spray in her own cuts as well.
And then I say...
You don't get a killing blow, but she is in a lot of pain and her nub is bleeding.
And then I say, you know what they say, one in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Bastet, what do you say back to that?
I just got him with this knife I got. Just got him. That's it. No clever response. Just death.
You get it lodged in, the knife lodged in. It gets stuck though in between two pieces of feather that are armor-like, and you can't get it back out, but it is like stabbing into him and causing a great deal of pain.
That's gonna continue to hurt.
That is gonna continue to hurt.
I try my beak biting throat mover one more time.
Do you say caw first?
I go, Eagles of War now.
You bite down with your bike, and
Bike?
you basically...
What type of
You
bite
bite
are we
down
talking?
It's a
with your
Schwinn.
beak.
Dude.
You bite down with your beak, and you
okay.
rip off the ears of Bastet, and you just like rip off one of the cheeks, and you're just going to town. You pierce its nostrils. So now there's just blood everywhere. It's pouring into Bastet's eyes. She can barely see it again, and she's having a hard time hearing because she lost her ears. Lost a cheek, so she can't eat too well.
Next move is done,
It's
son.
not pleasant.
I say that. Next move is done, son.
Hey, Bastet, you should say, well, good thing I have the next move then.
Well, good thing I have the final move. Bitch.
You should say that milk line, like I came here to kick ass and drink milk. I already finished my milk.
Bastet, what would you like to do as you're pretty bloody?
I take this milk glass,
Feeling well.
smash it over his head, use the shards to cut his throat.
I say, good bones. Good for your bones.
The glass that you were using for milk is actually plastic, so it just smacks against his head and just crunches a little and serves as no useful weapon.
I decapitate as the final move. Decapitate Bastet, not myself.
I was gonna say, if you roll a 1, you're gonna decapitate
Cut your own
yourself.
head off on accident.
You decapitate the cactus that's nearby.
Sweet
Juice
cactus
just pours
juice.
out.
I take this decacitatus and just shove it down his throat.
When you grab the decapitated cactus, it stabs your own hand, and you're like, "Ow, that hurts!"
That's true, but I power through.
Not very well.
I go for
You
another
drop it.
decapitation with my wings.
You cut off, you skin him, like, you just take off the forehead to the back of the head. Just rip it right off.
Surely she's dead.
No, she lives. She's not happy.
Jeez.
She has godlike durability. You need to do a lot of damage.
I've got like strength.
You are scalped. Bastet. Any moves before you reach death?
I grabbed the knife out of his chest or wherever I put it before, wherever I'm storing it, and just do one of those moves you see in like Street Fighter, but with a knife instead.
What kind of move?
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
See? Volley knows what I'm talking about.
You pull the knife out, and you do one of those moves you've seen in Street Fighter, but with a knife. But the move requires a lot of movement of your arms in such a way that wouldn't accommodate knives, and you jab it into your own armpit.
Well, that sucks. That
And
never
now
happened
it's
in
stuck
Street
there.
Fighter.
I'd take the knife out of the armpit and stab the heart.
Your heart?
Your heart, dummy.
You take it out and you stab it towards the chest. It's not deep enough to kill, but blood is pouring from the wound. Bastet.
I take this knife out, stab you in the eye like in Kill Bill. I don't think anyone got stabbed in the eye in Kill Bill, to be honest.
You pull the knife out, blood is just gushing out, and you aim to stab in the eye, and it gets caught on the beak, but like cuts up the eye a little, so you can't see out of one of your eyes. It's not the sun though, so the sun still stays in the sky. It's the moon. Reminder:
decapitate.
One of the eyes is the sun, one of the eyes is the moon. Decapitate.
Decapitate.
You decapitate.
Suck it.
Oh no.
Bastet's mangled head drops to the ground, and then her body soon follows. Death Valley is a bloodbath.
I take some lettuce,
Blood
jizz
soaked.
on it, and shove it down her mouth.
Soaked everywhere.
You're a
It
fiend.
used to be brown, now it's red.
The lettuce?
A rock slides by, and Horace has rested.
Congrats, guys.
That was beautiful.
Thanks, man.
All right, well, today we learned about Bastet. She's a cat goddess of about 34 different things. You can listen back to the episode if you want them all. We talked about how she had a Mardi Gras party with lots of skirt lifting and lots of wine drinking. We also found out that Bastet, in a gruesome war of attrition against Horace, would lose to the final little bit as her head got decapitated.
These are all set up just like the NFL.
Rigged. Valia paid me $5 before this, by the way.
In Bitcoin.
In Bitcoin.
It was like 0.0000032 Bitcoin.
You think there's any
That's gonna...
cryptocurrency called Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's
gonna
from
get up.
the Sex and the City movie. Shout out to Sex and the City.
Are you serious?
There's a guy character named Mr. Big. That's all I know about that show.
We have a website. It's mythsandmen.com, and you can check it out for all this stuff and more. We have all of our episodes that you can listen back through. We have a wiki, which is partially completed, with lots of information that you can just read instead of having to try to remember it if you need it. And so much more. We have a picture of Dylan. If you've enjoyed what you've heard and think we did a good job in giving you a laugh or two, please take a moment to give us a rating or review so that more people can find this podcast. We're trying to expand, guys, and your reviews can help. And speaking of that, we are going to do a giveaway for one reviewer that has, if you've already reviewed, it counts. If you haven't reviewed yet, do so. And we will randomly choose one person to give one of our very first Of Myths and Men t-shirts to. So you do that, and we'll reach out to you if you win and announce a winner. And you can do this on iTunes or Stitcher. We accept both locations. which I guess means you can get 2 chances to win a t-shirt if you review on both. But don't tell anyone else. And we can find us on iTunes at itunes.mythsandmen.com or Stitcher at stitcher.mythsandmen.com. You can also tell your friends. Spread the word. For updated news, follow us on Twitter at Myths and Men or on our Facebook of Myths and Men page. All the links to this and more social media is in the show notes. If you have a suggestion for a creature we should talk about, contact us through our website or leave your suggestion in a review. And we hope to see you next week when we talk about something else.
And that's why I picked her for the Year of the Pig.
I'm still confused about that.
Come on,
pig ladies.
How many times are I going to fucking go over it?
The music you heard on this podcast is called Call to Adventure by Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. It is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license.
Intelligence. She's the god of intelligence. I said that in there.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I remember every single one of them.
Deduct
you want me to
a
read
point.
them off?
Read them.
Woman.
No.
Nestle Quick.
Nestle
Hunger.
Quick.
Cats.
Nope. Hunger
Pig
wasn't in
teeth. Bacon.
Toblerone was in there.
Bacon was
Boring movies. Failure to launch.
That was
which
on
they're not the same thing. Women.
Top Gear.
Secrets. Top Gear.
Christian
And
Bale.
pistachios.
The
And
Whales.
I think I need 2 more women's.
Yeah. Got to get enough women in there.
100% got that.
That was pretty close. You forgot
Alright.
Toblerone, though.
Toblerone, yeah. 6.
Let's... Hold on a second. I'm going to do something that hopefully doesn't mess this up. Never mind. I can't figure out how to do it in Google whatever's.
It's equals sum.
That's not what I'm trying to do, you dingus.
Exact same thing. Equals sum.
I'm
And
not
you
sure.
do B33
I'm not trying to...
and 2F33.
Here we go again. God damn it. I don't want to
What
do
are you trying to
conditional
do?
formatting. Fucking conditional formatting.
Dude, you're such a chump.
Quit being so mean to me.
No way.
Anyway.
You don't even Excel, bro?
Dude, I excel
It's not
fine.
even Excel.